appropriate and timely. Taken from our country's coat of arms, forward, upward, onward together. On the premise of this motto, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis reflected on the country's past achievements.
Apart from the social transformation, the hallmarks of this period were the creation of foundational institutions and structures of our modern Bahamas. The Central Bank, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, national insurance, compulsory education through to high school for all, and the founding of the college, now University of the Bahamas.
Since then, Prime Minister Davis noted how the country has expanded in terms of economic diversification. Still, he's unsatisfied of the level and rate.
There have been so many Bahamian success stories, real triumphs and accomplishments to celebrate. But for too many, middle-class life remained and remains unattainable.
Recommitting efforts to the crime fight, the Prime Minister is promising to add more to the measures he's already implemented since taking office, while highlighting the future priorities for his government. Key areas of focus in the coming months, he says, are the economy, education, illegal migration, and guns.
If we can make our borders more secure and reduce the flow of guns into our country, we will take big steps towards forward in our national security.
As for Prime Minister Davis, the government's efforts to further develop the country will not stop there, and he's calling on the wider community to partner with the government.
Creating a new, more inclusive economy is our goal. And so we are expanding access to capital and making it easier to smash through glass ceilings.
Prime Minister Davis says the country's future is in our hands, and he's calling on Bahamians to seize the moment in contributing to the continued advancement of national development. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Meantime, downtown Nassau came alive tonight for the official launch of the 50th Independence Anniversary celebrations. Our Lloyd Allen is standing by with all of the highlights. Good evening, Lloyd.
So again, an amazing reveal of the 50th anniversary theme, as well as the logo. Here with us again is Jack Thompson. Mr. Thompson, just give us a quick wrap-up again of what happened tonight and what Bahamians can look forward to.
Well, thank you so very much. We're so excited. We're up, off, and running. You've seen the theme, One Nation, Our Legacy, Our Future. And there it is, the takeoff, the 50th crest, and we know now we're really ready to go. What you saw tonight was really the infusion of culture, a message, a charge from the Prime Minister. We have cuisine, the fine Bahamian cuisine, salad, coke salad, the pies, the cup, the baigies, the salty sausage, all that kind of stuff is through there. And I think we see the coming together of our people, of our people coming together. It's been such a... And I think people are generally happy. People looking forward. We've set the bar so high tonight. Oh, my goodness. We're going to take it to a whole new level on the 9th of Independence. But there are some events before that, and stay tuned. We're just so happy. This launch went very well. We're excited about it.
Well, definitely some great information then. Of course, we're going to be out here all night enjoying those boots and those Bahamian delicacies. Salty sausage and baigie and all those great things that make us Bahamian. And of course, if you're not here as yet, you can still come on out and enjoy the experience. Jiminita and Julian, back to you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Lloyd. Well, the Prime Minister also addressing the issue of climate change at the Inter-American Development Bank Symposium at the Bahamas Resort today. Fern Carey tells us the forum highlighted the importance of disaster and health risk management.
The diverse group of climate health and disaster risk management experts from here in the Bahamas and across the region brainstorming at the Inter-American Development Bank Symposium Thursday in order to flesh out solutions and develop plans to mitigate the fallout from disaster risk and health emergencies stemming from climate change. IDB Country Representative Daniela Marquise called for an integrated approach in order to respond effectively to the challenges of global warming and to build resilience in small island developing up in states like the Bahamas, which is one of the top 10 countries globally that is most vulnerable to the climate change crisis.
Given the urgency of the climate crisis, the IDB established an interdisciplinary team, P2RCT, to assess the risks and vulnerabilities of climate change in the Bahamas and to design activities aligned with the government's climate change agenda to enhance climate resilience in the country. The acronym P2RCT stands for Preparation to Recovery and Reconstruction Country Team.
Now, the Prime Minister says mitigating the risks of climate change is pivotal as it also has an impact on the economy.
Our debt burden remains high, in significant part due to these climate risks, including the need to regularly rebuild homes, businesses, and infrastructure after devastating hurricanes. Our cost of borrowing prices in the risk of future hurricanes. So we are, in a sense, already paying a high price for the intensifying weather patterns of tomorrow.
The Minister of State responsible for disaster preparedness, the Honourable Miles Sarota, maintains that the Bahamas has legislation in place and is moving proactively to address climate change, particularly as the 2023 hurricane season is months away.
History will not judge us based on the strength and magnitude of these tropical cyclones, but on our response to ensure the sustainability of our nation for future generations. To fight this battle, we must consider various measures to ensure our resilience in facing this new reality. In this regard, the Inter-American Development Bank, the IDB, is to be commended for spearheading the establishment of the Preparedness, Recovery, and Reconstruction Country Team.
The symposium closed out with a networking reception. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, is still holding off on revealing the proposed site for the new hospital for the capital, but says studies to determine the feasibility are ongoing. Darville previously disclosed that the new site consists of 50 to 55 acres, providing room for future expansions if plans are to move ahead. A proposed cost for the new facility has not been shared.
That the geotechnical studies of the rock is near completion, because I don't want to make an announcement and find out we have cavernous holes underneath the ground. That's very important for us, and the topographic study. But I feel confident that the site that we're looking at now looks like it would be the potential site. And once that's completed and Cabinet makes the final decision, we will have to go into some meetings with communities that are in close proximity, because there's no massive amount of land anywhere in New Providence that's just sitting by itself. It's always close to residential communities, and the communities need to know exactly what our plans would be.
The Bahamas Nurses Union will be electing a new president after nearly 1,300 eligible nurses throughout the country headed to the polls Thursday. After a temporary delay at New Providence polling divisions, voting began at 9 o'clock this morning, ending at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Incumbent President Amancia Williams is vying for General Secretary as she can no longer run for president after serving 2 terms. Team member Marsha Bain, leading Nurses Committed to Change, is hoping to head the body for the next few years.
If I'm successful today, I would plan to continue some of the things that we have started already, right? And that includes looking out for the best interests of our nurses as it relates to the working environment, working condition, pay increases and other allowances that the nurses are entitled to. And then we also have some future plans. We want to invest into a purchase of a property to build our own office complex and make business for our nurses. Because once we invest in that, it goes back into the nurses. And we also want to establish a credit union for our nurses.
4 persons are vying for the prudential post with polling stations at the Princess Margaret Hospital, Sandylins Rehabilitation Center, the Department of Public Health, the Department of Labor, and Family Island Administrators' offices. Philip Newton, heading Team Nurses Connected for a Brighter Future, is hoping to be elected as the new president.
If I am successful, there are a lot of challenges in the nursing profession, and I feel that my help along with my team and the members that we could move nursing forward. Some of the biggest challenges would be in terms of facilities, and the younger nurses are leaving and so forth, so we face those type of challenges.
Stay close. The Bahamas Tonight, the national report continues right after this.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
We just got the new fiber internet speed bump. Now my internet's so fast, I can watch 2 4K movies, play video games, and browse on my computer at the same time.
Yeah, my internet's so fast, I could download a whole season of shows before my noodles run cooking.
Mine's so fast, when I go to church online, service actually over early.
Mine's so fast, when I'm working from home, 5 o'clock, come before 3.
Sound like you got this BTC fiber internet speed bump like me.
And it's so fast, I had to have it.
Current fiber internet bundle customers now have as much as 3 times the speed. Totally free. Link up with BTC.
Since they were on sale, Monique couldn't resist things she didn't need. And neither did Bruno. Hungry for deals? You better come and satisfy that hunger with a great pick meal for only $20 at KFC before doing something crazy. Get 8 pieces of juicy, fresh, in-store prepared KFC fried chicken and 4 buttery biscuits, all for only $20. A finger-licking good deal.
That's out. That's 6. That's out.
With cover for your home, motor, medical, life, or pensions in one place. We're like a home match that isn't played at your home. CG Atlantic. Good like that.
My turn. Oh, come on, guys.
What did you mean earlier about climate change, Mom?
Well, when I was your age, I remember beautiful coral reefs and healthy beaches. The summers weren't as hot as they are right now, and the rainy season meant that it only rained when it was supposed to.
And then what happened?
The weather just started to change, and storms got worse. Coral reefs started to die because the ocean was getting too warm, and crops started to die because there was not much rain. You know, we realized as adults that we were doing something that was causing this.
What were you all doing?
Same thing we're doing now. Not using clean, renewable energy, chopping down too many trees, and even polluting the air with gases, such as the gases emitted from our cars when we drive around.
We need to help before it's too late, Mom. We can't let it get worse. What can I do? We can raise our voices.
With 35 million dreams, aspirations, and futures at risk in Cari Forum, we need your voice in our story against climate change. Acknowledge, commit, act. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center under the Intra-ACP Global Climate Change Alliance Plus program and is funded by the European Union.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Ensuring that Bahamians can feed themselves, officials at the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation say it's a dream they would like to see become a reality. Cleopatra Murphy picks up the story from here.
Bahamian farmers need to grow more, and for that to happen, Executive Chairman of the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation, Leroy Major, says they need greater government assistance. With the corporation laser-focused on reducing the country's nearly $1 billion annual food importation bill, BAIC is moving to lease more lands to farmers and create agri-parks on family islands.
Become a better crop scheduling program where we will assign a particular farmer or a particular island a particular crop to grow. Once we do that, we will know exactly what we have in our inventory when it comes to agriculture. Because various entities, let's say the hotels or Cisco's who buy these things, yes, they purchase in advance. So they will need to know what's on the ground, will be harvested in the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
He says there is great demand for Bahamian-grown produce, believing if farmers can meet demand, there is a market.
They know if it's grown in the Bahamas, it's good, right? And so we cannot keep enough in the produce exchange any week. So every week we are almost totally sold out.
As BAIC tries to set the country on a path to food sustainability, Major says BAIC's intent is to ensure farmers succeed. Once allotted a plot of land, he says they are given support every step of the way, also ensuring whatever farmers need to yield the best crop is provided.
Once a farmer walks into these doors, we'll steer him straight through until his application is approved, and my mandate is 1 month, because my board meet once every month. And we have a project going on right now where we want to approve at least about 50 applications per month. And so far, the property departments have been doing very well.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
After 22 years, Bahamas Power and Light is closing its Mall Marathon location permanently next week, Saturday, January 28th. Customers can still pay their bills at a kiosk that will be at its Mall Marathon office. BPL's Blue Hill Road headquarters will now be open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays, in addition to its weekday hours. A new BPL payment location will open in Eastern New Providence later on this year. BPL's Customer Service Director Nadine Eugene explains the move.
And since COVID, looking at our numbers, we have identified that, most of our customer base have moved or stayed on making payments online. And more recently, on a consistent basis, we are now seeing an uptick on most of our customer base now with the preference of doing online business. So with that being the case, now we've now seen the need, to be more responsive to our customer needs and streamline our operations. And so for that reason, now we're taking advantage and encouraging our customers to, encourage them to use our online platform.
It's now time for the weekly poll question, and this week we're asking, do you think the Bahamas is adequately addressing illegal migration? Yes or no? To participate, simply log on to our website, www.znsbahamas.com, as well as any of our social media platforms to answer. The poll's final results will be aired on Friday, and as always, thanks for participating. Don't you move, the National Report will continue right after this quick break.
We're learning, even playing, we're having lots of fun. We're working with each other until the day is done.
2019 All Bahamas Merit Scholars Malia Neely and Deron Smith, both set to graduate from university this summer, congratulated the 2021-2022 National Merit Scholars at their awards ceremony on January 5th. 2022 National Merit Scholar Yannick Gibson's prayer acknowledged their unprecedented journey through COVID.
We have excelled not only through the daily challenges of being a student, but most notably during the largest health crisis the world has seen in decades. Through lockdowns, the cancellations of exams, and even relocation of classes, we are here.
Neely, a QC alum, spoke of her journey.
I moved from receiving help with my essays from Vassar's Writing Center to becoming a consultant in the center myself, helping other students with their written assignments. It is a role I find immensely fulfilling and I hold up to this day. It was also the year that an independent literary journal published a story I'd written, making me a published creative writer.
And Smith, a graduate of Nassau Christian Academy, told the group that they are noted for their academic excellence.
It's an achievement that has been built with step upon step, despite any failures and setbacks. It's evidence for you to use as those thoughts creep in that want to snuff out your flame. So don't allow the possibility of failure to paralyze your ambition. Failure is only a temporary outcome, and it helps you to organize and to refine each and every attempt at making your dreams come true. So remember this, you only lose when you stop trying.
Our best and the brightest. For Ed Talk, I'm Vaughn Albury.
Shopping online isn't new to the market, but gaining access to affordable healthcare products at the click of a button is the greatest customer experience. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies Limited gives access to a complete customer journey, from shopping in our retail store on 9th Terrace, Centerville, to shopping online at your convenience from work or from the comfort of your home. Offering delivery and pickup options. Remember, if it's healthcare, it's here. Shop online today.
Working. This is super cool. Are you gonna help me clean up your toys?
Delivery.
Be right there.
Hello.
Am I gonna get it or are you gonna get it? I'll get it. Hey, thank you. Come on.
Hey, can I help you? Hey.
No, sorry, I'm not home. I'm coming.
Sarah, how are you doing?
Okay.
Are you sure? I noticed you've been down lately.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know. I can't really put into words how I'm feeling, but I know I don't feel like myself sometimes. There's just so much going on in my life. School, friends, sports. Sometimes I worry about different things and feel stressed.
I'm glad you're talking to me. And it's okay to talk about your feeling. It's normal to feel changes depending upon what's going on around you.
Yeah?
Of course. All of us should be concerned with our mental health and our well-being. Good mental health means that we can cope with our everyday stresses. You can talk to me anytime when you feel like it.
Okay. We should always check and talk more often and take things from there.
Message is brought to you by PAHO WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
More than 80 female primary school students from Queens College acquiring valuable life lessons and skills from some of the nation's top female achievers. The school hosting its Posh Girls Symposium, a one-day workshop helping girls to build positive behavior, pride, and self-awareness. Welcoming the young participants was Queens College's 2022-2023 Student of the Year, workshop organizer and host, Nyla Simonet.
It is such a pleasure for me to welcome you all here, where we will be informed on how we can strive to be more passionate, optimistic, strong, and healthy young ladies. and be inspired through the lives, impact, and stories of our dynamic guest speakers. After today, it is my hope that being posh will be more than just a catchy acronym, but a way of life that helps us to get better on our journey to teenage years and then adulthood.
Wife of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, encouraging the girls to stay positive and to reach for the stars.
You know, the universe responds to positive thinking by making good things happen. Good things be the outcome of whatever you undertake, simply because you are positive about what you're doing. There is no place for self-doubt, no place for sadness, no place for anger. You even have the ability to accept negative emotions, and you could process that in a healthy way. You can encourage positive thinking and affirmations within yourselves and teach others. When you have that power in you of being positive, you can take negative emotions and process them as positive ones.
And as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay close, there's more right after this.
Join us for the most comprehensive virtual seminar on February 8th and 9th entitled How to Open and Grow an Assisted Living Facility. The senior industry in the United States is valued at $91.8 billion. Learn from industry leaders on the state and regulatory licensing process, how to identify a location and build out, how to market your facility, and finally, the immigration process. Register online at www.devogroup.com.
Solomon's, we're all about family. We believe in quality brands and giving you what you need and more for every occasion. Our store is filled with items for the entire family, celebrating everyday living for you and those you love. Shopping is now more rewarding than ever with My Solomon Smart Rewards. Shop Solomon's because family matters.
What did you mean earlier about climate change, Mom?
Well, when I was your age, I remember beautiful coral reefs and healthy beaches. The summers weren't as hot as they are right now, and the rainy season meant that it only rained when it was supposed to.
And then what happened?
The weather just started to change, and storms got worse. Coral reefs started to die because the ocean was getting too warm, and crops started to die because there was not much rain. You know, we realized as adults that we were doing something that was causing this.
What were you all doing?
Same thing we're doing now. Not using clean, renewable energy, chopping down too many trees, and even polluting the air with gases, such as the gases emitted from our cars when we drive around.
We need some help before it's too late, Mom. We can't let it get worse. What can I do? We can raise our voices.
With 35 million dreams, aspirations, and futures at risk in Cari Forum, we need your voice in our story against climate change. Acknowledge, commit, act. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center under the Intra-ACP Global Climate Change Alliance Plus program and is funded by the European Union.
Link up with BTC and call it one and done. Link up with BTC and call it one and done.
We are off to an exciting 2023 and the start of the BTC Scholarship Fund. In its first iteration, BTC has awarded some $30,000 in scholarships to 6 well-deserving, highly impressive students to assist and encourage them with the pursuit of their education.
This is about absolutely engaging the community, helping with lifelong learning, help these students through that period, because let's face it, college can be stressful. And when they matriculate, then we have opportunities that I think for them that'll benefit the entire Bahamas. We'd love to see them here at BTC or wherever their careers take them.
First of all, thank you to BTC for the scholarship. It would help with, I guess, with our trips back and forth home, food, clothes, so forth. It would be a big help, the funds that we're getting from BTC.
I am elated because, going to college, it's never easy. And so it lifts the financial burden off of myself and my parents as it relates to the purchasing of books and materials. I would like to thank BTC. I would like to give a heartfelt thank you to BTC for providing myself and the other recipients with the scholarship, as it will defer some of the financial burdens that we carry as college students.
Here at BTC, our commitment to education is solid and our support of youth empowerment unwavering. We look forward to being with these students who represent the best and brightest of our country every step of the way. These are still the moments that move us. I'm Corbell Pfeiffer. Be well and be back here next. BTC Connection.
Investigating an early morning suspected arson incident in Steventon. It was around 3:15 yesterday morning when an adult female heard what sounded like an explosion at her home. She then noticed that her daughter's Honda Accord was fully engulfed in flames. Officers were able to extinguish the blaze. However, the vehicle received extensive damage. Investigations continue. Over in Abaco, Marsh Harbor police arrested two men, 25 and 30 years old, when they were on mobile patrol around 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon and attempted to stop a Nissan Note. Police say the driver then sped off and collided with another vehicle. After conducting a search of the vehicle, officers confiscated a firearm and a quantity of ammunition. And it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, LaDawn. We are under mostly clear skies. The temperature stands at 79 degrees. The relative humidity, 59%. We have south-southeast winds at 8 miles per hour. The barometric pressure, 1,020.4 millibars. That is 30.13 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 75s in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Grand Turtle Key, and Marsh Harbor, Abaco, the Berry Islands at 79. Alistown, Bimini, 75 degrees. 78 in Harbor Island. Rock Sandy, Luttrell, 76. Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Space, Andros reporting 77. Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 80 degrees. 77s in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, Rum Key, and Georgetown, Exuma, and that extends right into Ragged Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Megawanda, 78. Ackland, 78. Matsutown, Inagua, also 78. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 77 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Ball, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Pink Setter. In the northwestern islands tonight, your winds, they're going to be southeast to south at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The low tide, that will occur at 11:35 tonight. Now for the central and southeastern islands, east to southeast, 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Tomorrow, which is Friday, in the northwest and central parts of our country, the winds will swing out of the south to southwest ahead of an advancing cold front. Speeds 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The high tide tomorrow will take place at 6:07 in the morning with the low tide at 12:40 in the afternoon. Now for the southeast bombers on Friday, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. And as we head into Saturday, the arrival of a frontal system during the morning will take place. The winds light and variable for the most part. 1 to 3 feet would be those wave heights. High tide on Saturday, 7:02 in the morning with the low tide at 1:32 in the afternoon. Now for the southeastern islands on Saturday, the winds easterly at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Early one morning to the rising sun. It's bonefish season and they on the run. I gotta find bonefish fully to catch me some. See, when it comes to bonefishing, he's number one.
That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Bonefish fully.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind. It's time that we realize that we must work together to thrive. The world as we know it, the sky and below it. Could I never have more wonder? Yeah, with life and all you see, and the climate's changing. But hope is remaining. That we can't ignore the future. It depends on you and me. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad para cortar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are one climate, one Caribbean. One climate, one Caribbean.
My Gateway is the centralized, safe, secure way to access and pay for government services online. Go to mygateway.gov.bs. Click Login. Register with a government-issued ID like your NIB card. Fill in your personal information exactly as it appears on your ID, including spaces, periods, and dashes. You'll only have to sign up once. Now you're ready to request services on My Gateway. Receive an email confirmation for every request and email alerts when your documents are ready. You must have a valid, government-issued ID in order to collect documents. New services will be added every month. My Gateway is fast, easy, and convenient. For more information, visit mygateway.gov.bs.
Jump through January with the weekly specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow tuna, 5 ounce, 99 cents. Devon corned beef, 12 ounce, $2.69. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, $1. Sweet Gala apples, 3 for 99 cents. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, 89 cents per pound. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Almost every journey starts with your car. We spend most of the early stages of our lives anticipating getting our first set of wheels. When that moment finally comes, let AID be there for all your auto needs. Make it yours by accessorizing, maintaining, and repairing your car with AID. Whether you're a professional mechanic, a recent graduate, a full-time mom, or an I can fix that kind of guy. Or if you're completely clueless about what your car needs, AID will assist in providing a large variety of auto parts, a diagnostic center, and great customer service. For all life's auto journeys, we're here. AID, all you really need and more.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sports Thursday. I'm Charles Fisher. The Corn Ferry Golf Tournament wrapping up at the Sandals Resort in Exuma. For who took home all the hardware, we check in with Amajal Knowles.
After 4 days of golf here at Sandals Emerald Bay in Exuma, a new champion crowned with the Great Exuma Classic, Chandler Phillips picked up his first career victory on the Corn Ferry Tour. He would tame the par 72 here at Sandals Emerald Bay with a 14 under 274. He was the only golfer to post sub-70 scores all 4 rounds, making up 4 strokes on the final day to win by 2 strokes. He logged 69, 68, 69, 68. The top runners up Cody Blick and Peter Nade.
No, it was great. Just kind of went out there and just played golf like any other round, and ended up coming out on top. It's a great feeling. I just kind of
kept doing what I was doing, and just trying to hit fairways, keep the ball in play, and just try to give myself as many chances as I could, and just go from there.
Dunnsville, Texas native and avid hunter said he certainly enjoyed the Junkanoo celebrations as well.
No, I mean, I didn't even know that was that was gonna happen, and then when it did, I was like, I don't know what to do. So I hadn't had enough of these to get going with them, but no, it was cool. It was really nice.
Phillip says he's hoping to continue his Bahamian magic in Abaco next week.
No, keep doing what I was doing. I mean, just keep the ball in play. I've never been there. I don't know what the course is like, but after one practice round or so, I'll go from there and just see how I should play it. I mean, it may be totally different than here, and if it is, we'll switch it up. If not, keep doing what we're doing.
Also taking in the celebrations on the final day was Korn Ferry Tour President Alex Baldwin, who says this event served as a great opener for the rest of the season.
It is a fantastic start to our season. We couldn't be more excited. We've made a number of changes this year, so we're going to be, we have 26 events. We're playing for 30 PGA Tour cards. We're playing for the highest purse in our history, $1 million regular season prize money, and we've got $1.5 million for our Korn Ferry Tour Finals event. So to be able to come to the Bahamas, to the Great Exuma here at Sandals Emerald Bay, and to start our season is truly a tradition that we cherish.
Finally, the event certainly making a large impact on the island of Exuma.
Wonderful way to showcase not only the Family Island product, but also that we are able to host world-class events in the Family Islands. You know, when people think about Family Islands, they think laid back, rustic, not much to do. But knowing that you could come to a beautiful resort like Sandals and still attend a world-class event, it is something that we're really proud of, and we're hoping that we can do much, much more for the Family Islands.
And signing out from the beautiful Sandals Emerald Bay in Exuma for my cameraman Anton Brainen, I'm Amajal Knowles, ZNS Total Sports.
University of Bahamas Mingos and Discount Distributed Rockets playing in New Providence Basketball Association action at the Mecca AF Ali Gym. This one a back-and-forth battle like two prize fighters, with no team able to go up by more than 3 points in the first half. In the second half, a different ball game as the younger Mingos started to fall apart on defense and offense, and that allowed the Rockets to pull away and take this game 100-84. UB head coach Barker's Rose said he's still seeing improvement in the young team.
Much better effort tonight offensively. Too many points in the paint for the Rockets tonight, though. We're very strong in the paint. Mullings is a handful for our guys. Of course, he's a veteran player. He showed that he was a veteran player tonight against our guys, and he was a real difference in the game. Hats off to the Rockets and a wonderful win. But we showed poise, we showed energy, and we had a great effort tonight.
See how the main sail set. That's the name of a documentary by Charlie Bahama premiering last evening at Fusion Superplex. A packed crowd of sailing enthusiasts enjoying the more than an hour show. Charlie telling us about the idea behind producing the documentary.
They started filming the documentary before I was a part of it because, they're the National Family Island Regatta, so they're not filmmakers. So they started doing interviews because Danny Strong wanted to make sure and document all these fantastic sailors and to tell the story, right? So they started before I became a part of it. And then, about halfway through, I guess, it was just going on, and they were like, we need somebody, that one director, to sort of bring this all together. And so that's when they called me a part of it. And so I took all the footage they did. I did a few other interviews also. And we just, took all these, about 20 or 20-some interviews, and also with Chris Curry, who wrote it, and took that script and sort of, just blended it together, sort of like a sail, right? We sewed the sail together to create this film. So the documentary has a lot of history, a lot of facts in it also, right? Because that's what Danny wanted to do, document, for posterity, all the different people that made this happen from when it first started in the early 60s, right? So it blends that in, and I want to make sure we get all those facts so people know, like the archives, they want this film. But I also wanted to make it fun and have stories and make it artistic. And so that's what we did. So you're going to see a lot of beautiful sailing. You're going to get a lot of facts about the film festival.
Among the dignitaries viewing the film was Minister responsible for sailing, the Honorable Clay Sweeting.
This helps to speak
and to help exemplify our culture as a people. And as we look towards our 50th anniversary of independence, and we look how we can help to celebrate who we are and sailing as a national sport. So we anticipate that this year it'll be named as a national sport as we celebrate our Golden Jubilee. And what I enjoy as a minister is to ensure that the people throughout the country who's worked so hard to build this industry, to build sailing, to build regattas throughout our country, that we show appreciation. And even more than that, we help to educate the people throughout the country and the Family Islands of what it means to be a sailor, how regattas play a pivotal role in developing our country, our culture, whether it's on the water or on the land. So for me, it was to ensure that we celebrate who we are as a people, celebrate the sport, and especially the Family Islands.
We'll have much more on the documentary in Friday Sports. That's going to do it for sports. I'm Charles Fisher. Continue to enjoy the rest of your evening.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
We just got the new fiber internet speed bump. Now my internet's so fast, I can watch 2 4K movies, play video games, and browse on my computer at the same time.
Yeah, my internet's so fast, I could download a whole season of shows before my noodles run cooking.
Mine's so fast, when I go to church online, service actually over early.
Mine's so fast, when I'm working from home, 5 o'clock, come before 3.
Sound like you got this BTC fiber internet speed bump like me.
But it's so fast, I had to have it.
Current fiber internet bundle customers now have as much as 3 times the speed. Totally free. Link up with BTC.
What did you mean earlier about climate change, Mom?
Well, when I was your age, I remember beautiful coral reefs and healthy beaches. The summers weren't as hot as they are right now, and the rainy season meant that it only rained when it was supposed to.
And then what happened?
The weather just started to change, and storms got worse. Coral reefs started to die because the ocean was getting too warm, and crops started to die because there was not much rain. You know, we realized as adults that we were doing something that was causing this.
What were you all doing?
Same thing we're doing now. Not using clean, renewable energy, chopping down too many trees, and even polluting the air with gases, such as the gases emitted from our cars when we drive around.
We need to help before it's too late, Mom. We can't let it get worse. What can I do? We can raise our voices.
With 35 million dreams, aspirations, and futures at risk in Carry Forum, we need your voice in our story against climate change. Acknowledge, commit, act. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center under the Intra-ACP Global Climate Change Alliance Plus program and is funded by the European Union.
Last Thanksgiving, immediate response went on the road to the Big Apple, New York City. Then, months later, we went to Houston, and now we're going on the road with immediate response to Atlanta, a major economic and cultural center with internationally famous businesses like Coca-Cola and CNN, along with professional sporting teams like the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Hawks, and the Braves too.
Join me, the Bishop of Motivation, Spence Finlayson, as I interview outstanding, high-profile, and celebrated Bahamians in Atlanta.
Call your account executive or the ZNS sales department today to place your ads for 2 groundbreaking broadcasts from Atlanta, Georgia, live on the ZNS television and radio network. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
You're a bad boy or baby? Or you're a bad baby?
You are the responsible
That's why you're trying to change? Who are you talking to, me? I can deal with this, but that, go to sleep. Trying involves oxen, you did nothing. Sound like a baby crying, that's good. What's your name? That is a number, what is your name? Work off some of this energy, y'all up. Be doing this dumb thing, y'all be doing. Left. Let's go, genius. Get it right. Left.
So what that means, so I'll have the opportunity to do what? Yeah, so what y'all can do?
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, that area of high pressure across the Bahamas will continue to weaken, and that will pave the way for the arrival of a weak front system, which is presently over northern Florida. That will increase some cloudiness over the extreme northwest Bahamas tonight through tomorrow. Our forecast for tonight, mainly clear skies here in the capital. Low temperature getting down to a very comfortable 69 degrees. And tomorrow, we're looking at increasing cloudiness as that front boundary continues to push towards the south and east. High temperature getting up to 82 degrees tomorrow, and the extended weather forecast, a bit of clouds in our forecast on Friday as a result of that front system moving in. The front itself actually goes through on Saturday. Could bring with it maybe a brief shower, but very little change in terms of temperatures. We will remain in the 80s, low 80s during the daytime, and those nighttime temperatures holding in the low 70s.
Thanks a lot, Basil. Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you so much for watching, and have a good night.